Jones, CEO of Fierce Factor Lab, where I help entrepreneurs and business professionals step into their gift and bankroll their brilliance. And welcome back for another episode of Fierce Factor TV. Today we're going to talk about how to find your fierce. See, in episode 1, we talked about what your fierce is and the yes behind it all. Now, if you aren't clear on what your fierce is or you think you don't have one, then allow me to step on your toes a bit here because you do. And because you're not standing fully in your fierce, that's exactly what's preventing you from getting to the abundance that is your birthright. And if you don't know, that's okay. Because you're in the right place. See, not everyone knows how to find their fierce. Well, here's the first hint. It's already inside of you. Now, to explore this over the next few episodes, I'm going to walk you through the 4 parts of my breakthrough Find Your Fierce framework. See, what I've discovered is that most people have 2 of these parts down already, but you really need all 4 to live as the highest and best version of who you were created to be. See, why have to do anything when you can have it all? So are you ready to have it all? Are you ready to go all in? All right. Let's start with part 1 of the Find Your Fierce framework, which is your passion. See, it's all about what are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Actually, what do you love enough that you can do it all day long and never feel like you're working? See, matter of fact, you'll actually do this thing without ever asking to be paid for it. Well, guess what? That is what you are passionate about. And see, living in your fierce every day means you're doing work you love to do. It doesn't wear you down or tire you out because you love it. See, the world's most prolific thought leaders have written on this notion of doing what you love and seeking a career that fills your passion. They have written about this for centuries. Now, how many people do you know, or is this you, who go to a job every day that they absolutely hate? They spend all day grinding their teeth simply in doing work until it's over. And you know how they spend their nights and days off? They spend them resisting or being upset, having to go back to that place. See, the saddest part of it all is they spend their free time. They spend their weekends, their days off, dreading going back to work. And that's no way to live. Now, I do know that not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. I am clear on that. But when you're living in your fierce, whether it's as an entrepreneur or you're working at a 9-to-5, you truly love going to work. You can't help but enjoy it. See, on the other end of that, when you don't live in the full power of your gift, you live in frustration. You live in stress because you work at a place that just doesn't fit. And that's because just simply it's not meant for you. It's like walking around all day in a pair of shoes that are 2 sizes too small. Can you imagine what that feels like? You're miserable, you're frustrated, and you just want them off, right? Well, that's how it feels when you are at a job that just doesn't fit. What makes me so sad is a quote that I heard that says 95% of people die only having used 5% of their gifts and talents. 5%! And see, what I know for sure is that most people don't see passion as a goal worth pursuing because they don't see how that passion is tied to their paycheck or making a profit. They don't know what life could look like when you are unapologetic about what sets your soul on fire. So let me tell you what passion does when you say yes to it and live in it unapologetically. See, passion gives you enthusiasm and a sense of purpose. You feel a greater sense of joy and become deeply engaged in what you do, and that spills over into other areas of your life. See, problems and life difficulties, they diminish because you're living in your joy. See, when you live in your flow, your work no longer seems like a chore. You begin to live in your light. And see, when you live as your highest and best version of you, your light shines. And that light, it motivates others. That light can light up the world. It also trickles into your relationships because living in your passion produces positive, attractive energy. And it makes you want more of it. See, when you're living so happily, you want more of it, and this causes you to grow and improve you on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So your action for today, let's start with this. I want you to live out your passion. So I'm challenging you to drop whatever is keeping you from doing the thing you love. No more excuses, no more playing small, and no more second guessing that desire in your heart. It's time to step out and show the world what your fierce is made of. But here's the thing. I want you to be unapologetic about it. No looking for approval, no explanation. I just want you to be your fiercest, fierce self and nothing else, right? Stay tuned for our next episode as I walk you through step 2 in the Find Your Fierce framework. And by the way, if this is valuable to you, you can get more insight into the Find Your Fierce framework in my book, Find Your Fierce. Learn more at findyourfiercebook.com. Now, I said yes to Fierce Factor TV because I wanted to really create a movement of women owning their fierce unapologetically. So will you help me? Will you help me spread the word and spread to 1 million women by telling your friends, your sisters, your coworkers, your cousins to check out Fierce Factor TV? And until the next time, I want you to go and be fierce. See you soon.